Honorable thinks it's just diversionary tactics by the Honorable Kuyeto Ablakwa from the private jet matter. I don't know what you make of it, but briefly your thoughts on the visa scam, and then Chairman Wontumi.
Thank you once again. And
was that a scam?
I want to.
Wow.
Was that a scam?
No. If they are getting the yes, of course, you are being scammed out of your money. You are paying more than you're supposed to pay. Right?
Let's choose our words. I think,
but you're being scammed to pay more than you're supposed to pay.
So
Okay.
I just want to use this morning to greet Professor Martin.
Scandal. Unapproved fees.
But it's a scandal.
It's a scandal. But he mentions scam.
I want to greet Professor Martin Otin Abebio, who's chair of the Forestry Commission's board, and the entire team.
What's that? Of Legon?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to greet you all as well. I think it is just justified to rather even commend Honorable Ablakwa for taking a step to nip whatever it is in the bud immediately before it blows out of proportion. People may have different views on what they think should be the appropriate approach, either based on interests, expertise, or political convenience. But at the moment, there can only be one way or one approach to resolving the matter, which he is privy to or in the capacity to apply. In fact, even if he had taken no action, we would have still commented. If he had taken another action to have just taken the gentleman in question, suspended, etc., there would have still been comment.
Yeah.
So what matters most is for us to see what will happen after all this. And mind you, I am sure you and I seated here are aware that it may not be only the U.S. Embassy.
We said it.
I do not want to indict any embassy or any mission yet, but I am even aware of people who have called, giving out names, that there's this guy at the embassy there, he takes 150 for expedite action, but we are aware it reflects 100 or so, amongst other things.
On the receipt.
This has opened the Pandora box, probably now, for people to even gain confidence, to reach out to the foreign ministry and say, look, please look here as well too. Look at that man too. I have always said as a young man that, look, any act of corruption being perpetrated anywhere is a denial of an opportunity to somebody who could be my grandfather, my grandmother, relative, or even my children's future husband or wife. Because you just cannot tell. And so when we condemn these things, we must condemn it and look at the act which we are talking about, rather than the political convenience or the interest that we think we want to serve. So if he thinks, and for all you care to know, he's only put out a snippet of the information. There could be a whole cartel and other things. There may not be the need to put all of that out, because that will again even be washing our entire dirty linen in public, even though already that is how it looks like. But imagine you make it known that, 55% of the staff there were corrupt. What message signal are you sending to the international community? But if because of an individual, you take such a strong action, you are rather communicating to them that we don't take lightly any act of corruption in our foreign missions. And so I would want to commend him, and I believe, knowing him for who he is, he will do a just job to ensure that the gentleman, I think Fred Kwachi also, I'm told, Kwatin, and all others who are related are brought to book.
Right.
Yes. Then with reference to Chairman Wontumi, I was personally involved in that exercise as Summer Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
In fact, I want to, on that note, commend two people, especially the president for sanctioning that, and then the lands minister for carrying it out. And it was a covert operation that was so successful. And I recall as early as 5 a.m., we had already gotten there, and people had also gotten wind of our presence. And we're now suddenly moving excavators from the bushes. And where we were was the only route through which you would bring your excavator. And then the Chinese, I think 8 of them and 39 locals, weapons were on them, equipment, and in fact, car parts were, it was as if it was even a fitting shop. They did fuel tanks were there, everything was there. It was a whole thing. And they wrote Akonta mining on the building.
You have pictures?
But, yes, I have pictures. I can still present all of them.
Just so viewers are clear, you are with the Forestry Commission now.
Yes, I'm with the Forestry Commission now as a deputy CEO.
Okay.
Right.
You see. And so I think that the leadership of the NPP is failing, if they have not already failed. And before I come to that, this man here is one of the fine gentlemen. The first time I heard and saw him, I knew that he would not be appreciated by his party.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm being frank. I'm sorry if it looked. Yeah, and that was.
I've come close to saying that.
I've been a bit watching you from afar. Your facility. I've just been quiet, and I knew that. And you know, so you see,
you've just given me a shot.
No, yeah, and so I'm sad, but don't be surprised. You were not even considered for appointment.
Yeah.
You are too fine to be one of those who will do the things they are doing. Yes. You get it. You see, their leadership has failed, or they have failed. The people. They have led the NPP into an embarrassing defeat. Now, these same people who misled them into a defeat think that they must still hold on to power and be seen to be relevant. And so at the slightest thing, they are screaming, hey, mass up here. Hey, go here. Hey, we will not tolerate this. But you were doing worse than this. You did much worse than that. And they have become somehow very reckless in commentary. And you don't find leadership in whatever they do. It may not sit conveniently with anyone what I am saying, but the truth is that there's a certain scramble for relevance now. Everybody feels there's a vacuum. Let me now be the star boy. If in Team Fojo, if it's Vincent Assefuwa, if it's whoever, everybody wants to find something to do to be relevant and seen as the new Sami Jemfi of the opposition. The new Malik Basintari.
Really?
I think that's the benchmark.
That is the benchmark.
That's the standard.
Yes. You get my point. It is sad, but it is up to the NPP themselves.
I so approve.
Yes, you see, it is up to the NPP members to sit back and ask themselves, one, who led us here? The people in charge are the ones who still led us here. Are they fit for purpose to be the ones to lead us again to the next battle?
A whole Michael Quick committee has done that work and presented it report.
The things we have heard about that report, I do not want to act the way they did, where they were gesticulating things from a report they had not seen. I do not. But I know that
always page what?
Page something.
116.
Yeah.
Page 116.
You get
everything
it.
was
But it is so sad that at the slightest thing now, they want to rather lash onto straws instead of sitting back to demonstrate that you are indeed apostles of democracy as you have proclaimed. Then let due process be allowed to go through. So far, what wrong has been done? If they are inviting or they are going to somebody's residence and there's a need for a warrant, but even people were, even the Attorney General at the time was working with military men. They were wielding AK-47. So what is wrong? I even have a problem with our entire security, where you see persons being protected or even around high-profile people, and they are wielding.
Arrangement hasn't changed.
Yeah,
the same people.
And they are wielding AK-47s.
Very honorable.
In modern-day security, you are better off even holding a pistol, which you can easily reach out to and engage. But holding that whole thing, but there could be a defense for it. I'm not a full-blown security person. So if you look at these things, I think nothing wrong has been done. I am fully aware of some conversations that happened over there. I've forgotten the name suddenly. The manager of the place, when we met him, how he made us know that a certain Henry was the only contact that can talk about the Chinese, because he was the liaison between the Chinese and Wontumi. This he mentioned clearly. And other people. So when Wontumi, for instance, is saying that he's not doing illegal mining, okay, one, he's aware that he has not got all the full permits to carry out a mining enterprise. That one already is an illegality. He is fully aware that if he has been given that lease for that area, any activity on that land, if he has not reported it, it is considered that he has condoned that.
You see, not to cut you off, but I think let's be aware that some of these things, in terms of license to exploit and all of these things, not to disrespect Wontumi, but his lawyers can answer better. Right. Okay. So
I agree. So when he is being invited,
I think they've issued a statement. The company has issued a statement.
When he's earlier on, there was a statement when the minister announced the revocation of the
okay.
license.
Yeah. So it's not a current statement.
No, I haven't seen a new statement.
No, I don't think there's
I don't know
no.
if you have.
So I think that what is rather going on is the leadership of the NPP inciting their people to seek relevance in order for them to be.
And to me, even went to a style of saying that if this is how Mahama was going to go, there's going to be a coup.
I haven't heard
Don't
that.
be surprised.
I haven't heard that.
You see,
Yes, I have heard it.
it has come to an extent where a lot of your people are becoming so known notoriously for reckless commentary, which is not the best. I have said that if I tell you what you are saying is silly, I'm not insulting you, but I'm describing to you what you have said in context to be silly. Rather, that will be seen as being harsh and all that. But you see, so when I saw, look, if they want the best advice from me, I can give the NPP. Maybe they should change their entire leadership. Justin Kodua has not helped them as a general secretary. Their chairman was nowhere to be found to be. Look at the entire leadership of the NPP. Let me be frank with you. I'm equally also a deputy national organizer of the NDC. And boldly, let me say that. Which of the NPP executives can you compare to the NDC executives? I am being factual. No, just mention one to me. Will you compare the general secretary to Fifi Kwete? Will you compare their chairman to our national chairman? I am not demeaning them, but I'm saying that this is, let's assume it's a clash of titles. But will they stand when you make mention of the NDC national executives? None.
I think you're being unfair.
I'm glad to listen.
But I'll listen to you and then
you
give me a chance to.
So the problem is that the NPP should realize that their leadership, which misled them into this embarrassing defeat, are the same people trying to turn around, find an avenue to seek relevance that, hey, we are the ones to champion the fight for the 2028 elections. Please retain us so that we'll bring you power.
You couldn't do their homework now. They know what.
No. Honorable says it's a moral booster.
What homework? And then you see, so it is so sad. They need to look at that. They must listen to them carefully. They still have power. At the time they need to get to the polls, they should change all these people if they truly want to be seen as a serious political party.
Well, thank you.